So you and your partner have decided to have a baby. Congratulations. Now you may be wondering, do I need a legal contract? Yes, you do. Whether you're using a sperm donor or a surrogate mother, you definitely need to nail down everyone's rights, responsibilities, and duties in a contract that everyone signs. Some things to consider are, do you want the sperm donor or surrogate to play a role in the child's life? If so, what does that role look like? If not, easy peasy, just make sure that you state that, and make sure that the donor is waiving his or her rights to the child, as well as his or her duties to the child too, right? So you don't want a donor to be on the hook for paying child support if the donor isn't getting any visitation with the child. If you do want the donor, and again, that could be the sperm donor or the surrogate, if you do want that person to play a role in the child's life, you can spell out the details of what that's going to look like, and specifically what you're going to call that donor. Are you going to call the donor Uncle Sam? Are you going to call the donor Aunt Bessie? What are you going to call the donor, and what does it mean for your child? You can also leave it up to your child. So, we'll tell the kiddo whenever she starts asking questions, we'll explain things to her, and then it will be up to her to decide whether or not she wants to reach out to the sperm donor or surrogate. So there are a lot of different things to consider. There's also the expenses along the way. So for a sperm donor, the sperm donor has to go get checked out and then go give his donation, and then the sperm has to be stored. So who's going to pay for all of that? You want to make sure that if you have agreed to pay for all of the donor's expenses related to the donation, that you spell that out in the contract. Same with the surrogate mother. Are you going to pay for all of her expenses and doctor's visits, etc.? Are you going to use her health insurance and you're just going to pay the copay? How are you going to handle all of that? That should be spelled out in the contract as well. So at the end of the day, it's a very happy affair, and you definitely want to include all of these things, and you want to be able to hire a lawyer that has done a couple of these before and knows everything that needs to go in them, and every decision that you and your donor and your partner have made. All of those decisions needs to go into a contract. Everybody needs to sign it, and it's really best if the donor, whether that be the sperm donor or the surrogate mother, it's best that that person has his or her own lawyer as well to advise him or her of his or her rights, so that the donor can't come back later and say that he or she did not understand what they were signing, which could lead the contract to be unenforceable. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a nice, tight contract, and that you choose a lawyer that's going to be able to draft that for you. So if you have questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. If you want to schedule a free consultation to discuss more, I will leave my phone number in the description box below. Please feel free to schedule that free consultation. And then, as always, my disclaimer, this is only for informational purposes only, is not legal advice, nor does watching this video constitute an attorney-client relationship between us. And again, that said, schedule that free consultation if you want to ask me more questions. I wish you all the best in your family building. This is such an exciting time for you. Good luck, and thanks for watching.